We are live. What is up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. How's everybody doing? Who was first in the house today? Unsurprisingly, Craig Lilly. What up, Craig? We got Stank on 7 in the house. Coalition Gaming Chris in the house. Harris got scalped too. Okay, not exactly, but you know what I mean. Yes, I do know what you mean. Though, kind of. Did he release a video or something, or did he post on Twitter? Let me see this. Harris Heller. We got Oscar Wallace. What up, what up? KL130 in the house. We got a Hazard Me. Cammy Hudson says, since I play MMORPGs and virtual worlds, DLSS and multi-frame generation have little effect on how I play games. I'm just watching from the sidelines with my 3080. Virtual worlds, is that a game? Worlds. It is a game. It's like Second Life. Looking like it's like Second Life except VR. Okay, interesting. Maybe I've heard of that before, but I'm not a huge VR person. Let's see. Chase the Car Guy says, I want to trash talk some scalpers, but don't want to get banned. Yeah, I was thinking about doing a video like that. Actually, I had 2 video ideas. One video idea was record myself going and meeting up with scalpers and then not buying the thing, obviously, because that would be a waste of money. But kind of confronting scalpers. Though, one, I don't want to get my social media accounts, you know, offer up or whatever, because I have reputation on that Facebook. I don't want to get it banned, because if you do that, I'm pretty sure the person can report you for being, you know, like, you can report people on these online marketplaces, and I guess I can make a new account, but still. The second thing is, if the person becomes aggressive and, I don't know, does something that is out of my control, that's too high of a risk, right? Unless I come with either some backup or, you know, someone that's packing heat. But then I just thought, okay, that's just way too controversial. Probably play it safe and not confront these scalpers. But I thought that would be a pretty interesting video to see them. Because if you meet in a public place, it's within your rights to record. It's not like you're meeting at like their house or a private property or anything, right? You meet at a parking lot at the Home Depot, I could record all I want. There's no law against me recording publicly to like out these people. But it just seemed like too risky. But let's see, Harris Heller. Charlie Q says, hey, no pay chat, might be asleep when live. Okay, what up, what up? Jay Gordon, sold out doesn't mean good. Just nothing else to buy in low stock. And we are going to be unboxing, by the way, the 5080. I have it right here. It actually got delivered around noonish time. So we're going to unbox it, make sure there's nothing wrong with it, stick it in the test bench real quick, and make sure I didn't get sent like a box of rocks or whatever. I think that's happened before. Was it Newegg or was it Amazon or somewhere else? Or was it Best Buy? I don't know. People have been shipped like chunks of metal and rocks and stuff directly from like the retailer, so that must mean the employees or something switched the graphics card, or it got returned. But these are so new they wouldn't have gotten returned. I bought this the second day 2, Friday of last week, so I don't think that would have been enough time for someone to return, you know, like do a switcheroo. Oh, sorry about the sound. Oh my goodness, why is this so loud? Yeah, I'm not seeing anything about Harris's on his channels anyways about being scalped. Unless you mean his haircut. R-Flat, tech drama. Early reports were saying that eBay scalpers were selling 5090s for $7,000. Well, that wouldn't be a problem if people didn't buy it, really. They would be stuck sitting on the inventory, slowly having to lower the price until it gets more reasonable. But there will always be people out there who would be willing to spend, you know, like hundreds, if not like $1,000 over MSRP just to get the card. What up, James Ray? Let's see. Trying to get caught up with everything real quick. As right now, you can get the Sparkle B5. Yeah, the B580. If you want a B580, if you've seen my video, which I just posted on Monday, if you want a B580, it is not that difficult to get one. Set in the US. I can't speak for other markets, but in the US, you go to Newegg, you set your you know, the little auto notification email thingy. You might not be able to get the limited edition one like I did, but you will be able to get at least an AIB card, which is like 10 to 20 bucks over the 250 relatively easily. I am still getting email notifications for them coming back in stock. And just the other day I saw like the ASRock Steel Legend one, which is pretty good looking, 3-fan white one. Yeah, that one came in stock and it stayed in stock for what felt to be like half an hour to an hour. So if you want one, don't pay 300 bucks for it. Just set your auto notifications, and I think some of the popularity for the B580s went down after they found out, or it was found out that it doesn't perform well on lower end hardware. So I think that's kind of helping with the lowering the demand a bit. But what up, Techie Tech? What up, Giant Robots? What up, Robert Fixit? I would like to meet a scalper and see their mindset. I mean, I would like to as well. I just don't want people to get violent, because I imagine if you approach them saying, "Hey, I'm recording you and going to expose you on the internet," people aren't going to take to that lightly. So, what up, Magnus Nielsen? A day in the life of a scalper vlog would go viral. It would, if a scalper would be willing to do that. Yeah. Chris works from 8 to 6:30 p.m. That is a long work day. That is 10 and a half hours. So now I get to watch from my desk for a little while. What up, Simon Lee? I successfully got a 5080 at Westmont. Congrats. Which model and what price? Scalpers offended at being trash talked? You know they will. What's the best PC I can get for under $550 for Fortnite? I mean, off the top of my head, I'm thinking, well, I've built $500 PCs. You're not gonna be able to. You're gonna have to build it yourself, because anyone who's building PCs that are gaming capable on a budget and reselling it, you know they're gonna be tacking on like $100 or something like that for their build fee. But if you can, I mean, I have a $500 build guide. So plus tax, that would be under $550, and you could play Fortnite on it. It's on my channel. I released it like within the last, I don't know how old that video is now, a couple months. But yeah, I'm not gonna list off the top of my head right now though, all the stuff in it. I just dropped $2,600 for a 5090. You know what? That price seems about right for the AIB models, for some of them anyways. Yeah, people out here are paying like $4,000 plus. So. Did you hear about Jay's 2 cents and the scalper who was selling his signed? I did see that one. No. So the guy bought the card, he got it signed, and then sold it. So it's not like he won a 5090. So the guy bought it and scalped it, but he did get it signed, which is kind of a weird and crappy thing to do. I forgot where I heard that from. Was that on Reddit, or did Jay make a video, or did he post about it? But yeah, kind of a crappy thing to do. Though, at Jay's level, I would imagine that feels pretty sucky. But for me, if someone sold some kind of merch at a higher price because my signature was on it, I think that would rub my ego a little bit, right? Because I'm like, oh wow, as if my signature, or like, you know, my level of fame is worth anything to put a higher price on. But to Jay, I can imagine like, yeah, he's a very big channel, well known in the community. That's kind of annoying that people did that. I would be less annoyed because I'm not famous at all, so that would be a surprise. I think it would have been funny if someone went to the front of the Micro Center lines with the 4090, offering it to them to take the place in line for the 5090. So that's essentially off, because the 4090s are still worth, I'm still seeing them sell at MSRP, if not a little bit more. It's like $1,600. So that would be like offering someone $1,600 for a spot in their line, which would, on top of a $2,000 plus card. So some people are already paying those scalped prices. So yeah, I mean that wouldn't be too crazy. Hey, what up, your personal geek? How you doing? Someone tried to fight me in a parking lot, in the parking lot on Saturday, then tried to follow me home for what? We need to hear more about that story, Robert Fix It. It's funny how this launch by. Oh yes, this is a good point. It's funny because the other week when we were looking for 7900 XTXs, I think the cheapest one we could find was 819 or 820 or $830 brand new on Newegg. And now I think they're going for much more than that. We'll take a look at the prices. We're gonna unbox the card, but we'll take a look on the internet side of things after we unbox the card, get into the system, and then start running a stress test on it. But we're just chilling right now, talking, hanging out with chat until giving people time to get to the stream. Running my B570 right now. How you liking it, Scott? The B570, I've been seeing them pretty readily available in stock. Definitely not as high of demand for this one compared to the B580, but performance-wise, I mean, it scales pretty well with the price, how they price it versus the performance. So, like, you're talking about how much cheaper is it? Was it 220 versus 250, or more realistic, like 260 or whatever? Yeah, you're what, 10 to 15% cheaper for 10 to 15% less performance. So. Meet a scalper and try to play with the money order, try to scam them. It would be so, you know how easy it would be to scam a scalper? At least on eBay. I already talked about this. I'm not going to say it again, but it would be very easy to scam scalpers on eBay. In real life, not so much. If they're probably going to expect cash. What scalper in their right mind, or maybe Zelle, because from what I've heard, it is very, very unlikely that you can reverse a Zelle transfer. PayPal, though, and Venmo, even friends and family, I have heard stories of people reversing those. So yeah, if you're selling or scalping a 5090 for like $6,000 locally in your area, you would be crazy not to just take cash, because that would be way too risky. Yes, I did hear about people's 5090s bricking. A decent amount of them. So I didn't look too much further. It was just like a headline. But I mean, the card's been out at least to the masses. It's not been a week. It went on sale last Thursday. We're coming up on a week on when it went on sale. I guess some people went home and installed it right away if they got it physically, but a lot of people bought it online. So then it took a day or two or whatever to get shipped. So yeah, the card hasn't been in the hands of the masses for even a week yet. And the amount of stories that I did see, which is not like hundreds, it sounds like a handful of them are having issues. What up, Demon Mid? What up? Dark Rep. Let's see. Could probably build a $200 PC if all they're looking for playing is Fortnite. The thing about Fortnite is that, yes, you can run Fortnite on almost a potato because they have the performance mode that you can turn on in the settings. But running Fortnite at max settings with the nanite geometry and all that stuff turned on, that is hard to run. So yeah, if you're talking about just playing Fortnite at any setting, yeah, you could build a $200 PC very easily. It's gonna have for sure old components. You just need a dedicated graphics card from within like the last 10 years, and you could slap that into a pre-built and have a $200 system very easily. But Fortnite is one of those games that it could run on a wide range of systems, and it could be demanding on a wide range of systems. So. Baby Apex Legends says, looking forward to the LAN party stories. Yes. So regarding LAN party, the next LAN party date has been set. It will be in April. So next one is in April. We've kind of shifted it a month. Normally it's in March. So we have it in April. So maybe we'll shift the one at the end of the year towards October instead of September. But yeah, that is going to be about 2 months away. The next LAN. Let's see. This launch just showed that EVGA was right. No stock. NVIDIA competing with its own AIBs on an unfair level. EVGA quit at the right time. I'm saying EVGA needs to work with AMD. Can we get some AMD EVGA cards, please? Though I don't know, with them maxing out at the 9070 XT or maybe an XTX version, that's I don't know if NVIDIA wants any of that. Would that be like for them a huge downgrade of who they're working with, going from NVIDIA to AMD? Logan says, I don't think I've seen that case or whatever is back there. That case is in the newest video, the $750 build. It's kind of hard to see because, let me see if I can move the thing. Oh, wrong way. This way. Yeah. That's from the $750 build video from this past Monday. Waiting for what AMD has up their sleeve this March. The 9070 XT comes out then. Yeah. I don't know. In my mind, so I've heard people, even in this stream, and I've seen it on Reddit and stuff too. People are thinking the 9070 cards are going to be in the range of like $400 to $500 and are going to compete. I see some people say they're going to compete with the RTX 5080. I think that is like, you are in the delusion territory. If you think AMD is going to release a $500 card that even only in raster, if we ignore ray tracing, can compete with a $1,000, more realistically $1,100 to $1,200 NVIDIA graphics card. That is just total delusion territory, in my opinion. If AMD releases a card that's even remotely close to touching the 5080, it's going to be at least like $700. But prove me wrong, and I'll be a happy camper because that'll be a crazy value card. But they have. When have they actually done that in the past? Okay, we are about 20 minutes in the stream. We will continue to keep talking, but I do want to get this stress test for this card, and I'll tell you a little bit more about this card in a second. Let me adjust the camera down, but I need to get used to this because it's like in the opposite direction. So the nice thing about this camera is I have a little joystick where I can move it around. Okay, this should be a good angle. So we're gonna clear this off the screen. What bot did I use? Okay, so let me show you. I didn't use a bot. Let me go to the browser scene. So I posted this in the Discord channel in the general chat, but so the way I was able to get this card, and I'll show you the price and everything too. You can't set the hotkeys. I did not set it for this one today. I have a hotkey set for my face, but I need to set one for the keyboard angle. But okay, this is the card. So let me show you the email first. Here, let me snap it back to my head. Oh, let me add preset 3. Okay, did that save it? Let me see if that goes back. So bam, my face. Bam. Okay, sweet. Okay, so they went on sale at 6 a.m. PST last Thursday. So almost a week back. I woke up at 6 a.m. even though I was sick. If you guys remember last week's stream, I was sick. I woke up still to try to get a card because, not for myself. Again, these cards are way too expensive for my blood. I would not ever personally use a $1,000 plus graphics card in my own system unless I won it from a giveaway or maybe if it was a review sample or something like that. But purchasing one is just too much for me, right? But one of my ex-coworkers and friend was in the market for one, and I do plan on making some content with him when he does his upgraded build. So I told him, hey, I can help you look for this because, you know, I don't mind. And it just happened to be that, and he was in the market really for a 4080 Super. But if you've looked at the prices of 4080 Supers, even like months leading up to this, you could not find a 4080 Super for the intended $1,000 price. 4080 Supers were going for like 1200-ish pretty consistently for months leading up to this. And he couldn't even get one because their stock was also super crappy, right? Unless you bought like a super scalped one. 4080 Supers, if you're willing to pay like $1,400 to $1,600, then you could pick one up pretty easily, like on Newegg or Amazon. But if you were looking at like the $1,000 to $1,200 range, they were pretty rare. So he couldn't get a 4080 Super. So with the 5080 coming, I asked him like, hey, I could try to help you get one so that we could both be, you know, attempting to get one. That'll increase the chances of him getting one. So I woke up last Thursday. Oh my goodness. It was like a bloodbath. I was camping Best Buy, Newegg, and Amazon. I couldn't get a single card. I did get at Best Buy adding to cart, watching the spinning wheel multiple times. And I probably wasted like almost an hour doing that because at Best Buy, they were coming in and out of stock for the first couple of hours, but didn't have any luck. So sad day. I couldn't get a card on the Thursday. Friday morning, I wake up and I met with this email from Newegg. I'm curious if any of you guys who are hunting for these cards out there got this email, but it said, thank you for being a valued Newegg customer. I've been a customer since, I don't have like a special Newegg account. It's like, there's no like creator account or influencer account or, I don't know. I don't even have a business account. I just have like the most standard Newegg account. Though I am a long-standing member, I guess. I went back and looked. My first invoice from Newegg was around the 2008 or 2009 timeframe. So I've been a customer with them for, you know, 15, 16 years, whatever. So I got this email. I'm sure it was random because my YouTube is not associated with my Newegg account at all. So it's not like I got streamer privilege or whatever, you know, or a content creator privilege. But I got this email and it said, thank you for being a valued Newegg customer. We understand that the 5080 and 5090 cards have been difficult to attain. As a part of a targeted limited time opportunity, you may have a chance to purchase one through the following method. So all you had to do was log into your Newegg account using the email address associated with this email they sent. Check and refresh your shopping cart the next day on the 31st at 9 a.m. And if a 50 series GPU has been added to your cart, you may proceed to purchase, right? So even when I got this email, I was like, wait, what? Why would you send me this email if this isn't even guaranteed? So I was expecting to wake up Friday morning at this time to check and to just have it not in my cart. But Friday morning came around, I checked my cart, and surprisingly, you couldn't even choose one. They placed the MSI gaming, this is the OC model. You can't see it because it's chopped off. But this one goes for $1,220. So definitely not the $1,000 MSRP. But also, this isn't a Newegg scalped price. Because I checked around, B&H and MSI's official website had this card for $1,200. So, oh cool, we get McAfee, Safe Connect, Secure VPN. Awesome. No, but this is the going price for it. For the AIB model. I'm not saying it's worth it that much over the MSRP, but this is the price you're gonna find it for no matter where you go, whether or not you want to like deem that as them scalping it or not. So after tax and everything, it came out to just under $1,350, right? Because I live in Washington State and the tax is 10.3% here, pretty dang high. It kind of sucks, but yeah, essentially it's over 10%, so it pushed the final price up to almost, you know, $1,350. So kind of sucks. Lol, free McAfee. Yeah, what up, Vanish? The Astro 58 is being scalped at like $1,500. Yeah, the Astro one's kind of crazy. But that's kind of like what replaced the Strix cards for Asus, right? So we're on this camera. Let me go back to that preset. Whoa, bam! Man, this camera is so nice for that. Okay, so we're gonna unbox this now. Let me move this keyboard out of the way. We're gonna unbox this just to make sure that it's actually the graphics card in here, and then I'm gonna slap it into the system. Gamers Nexus did show this on a vid. Let's see. I heard about that email going out. I think I have an account for like channel 3 or 4. Never got the email. I need to actually take a look because I think I might have started using Newegg when I still use my Yahoo account. So I was looking at my Gmail, and the first one was from 2009. But I feel like I bought from Newegg prior to 2009. So, all right, here's the card. Like minimal like internal packaging, which should be fine because this box itself should have good packaging. But yeah, it was just one layer of these bubble packs, or not bubble packs, but airbags. All right, so here's a brand new sealed card. Got a little dent here, but I'm pretty sure beggars can't be choosers. Got a dent in the corner, so let's open this up. Has a very cool look. This, I do like the look of the MSI one. Some of the other ones that are closer to $1,000, those are more, they're the cheaper ones, like the PNY one and the other MSI one, definitely has a more basic look. So, all right. Oh. There is no seal sticker on this because it was shrink wrapped. Let me try to open this carefully so I don't rip the box. Come on. There we go. Jason Whitmer got Best Buy day one 5090, which I was kind of jealous of. So I was talking to Jason about this. And if you can afford a 5090, you can probably use that card up until its until the next generation, and then resell it for the same cost you bought it for. So it's like putting down a deposit of $2,000-ish to get a 5090 and almost be guaranteed to sell it for that much, by the next gen. Similar to what people were doing with the 4090s. People to this day are selling 4090s for $1,600, which is about the same price that they picked it up for. You might be able to get a little bit more for it because of the whole frenzy right now. But I'm pretty sure over time, the 4090 prices will kind of like come down more. So like the best time to sell is probably right now when people are frantically trying to get like a card. But if the 5080s and 5090s come back in stock, then the value's gonna go down. So you don't want to hold on to it for too long. Yeah. Okay. So, what does it come with? What is this thing? Oh, it comes with a sag stick. It's like a sag stick that you can twist and stuff like that. Nice. Okay. And then it does come with, oh crap. My test bench, I need to make sure I have all the cables plugged into it, because I don't know if I plugged in all 3 PCIe cables. Whoops. I'm gonna have to check on that, but let's take a look at the card itself. All right, so here is the card. All right, so yeah, everything looks sealed, legit. I didn't get, or my buddy didn't get scammed. That card is so heavy, it may break the PCIe slot. I'm going to probably put it in standing up. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this thing is... Let me see. This thing is pretty big. Let me get another card for comparison's sake. Okay. What do we got on the shelf that I can quickly pull? Okay. Where is... I do not know where the 3080 is, but here, let's just look at... I would say the Founders Edition, it is a 2080 Super, so we stacked it on top of it. Let me see if I can get a better angle. of this for you. So 2080 Super, it is a 2-fan card, but it is, you know, there's a big gap here. So like, it's a little bit longer than other 2-fan cards, but not as long as a 3-fan card, right? But yeah, size-wise, this one extends a little bit past the two slot bracket. But yeah, this thing, it's pretty big. I'm not gonna peel any of the stickies on here. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave all that on. Should be fine. Man, this is a pretty card. Even though it was over MSRP, or over $1,000, you know, closer to, it was 1,200 plus tax. Pretty sweet looking card. Gnomed says, the 5090 did not make me happy. Why did it not make you happy, Gnomed? Is it because you could not get one? Or are you not happy with the performance for the cost? Thanks for the 26 months of support, by the way. Okay, let me... Oh, crap. So we're going to have to... Let me move the camera over. I should set another... Can I set... There's only 3 presets? Yeah, I can only set 3 presets. So I need to shut this system down. I was just pre-installing the 50 series drivers just to make sure I didn't have any issues there. So we're going to install this, but I need to flip it around the back just to make sure I put the connectors in there. I should have. There's no reason, like, there's so much room to build in this case. There's no reason I should have not included an extra connector in case I had to use a more powerful graphics card. So let me see. I can't see chat right now, so give me a second. Yeah. Okay. Oh. There's my third one. It's going to the freaking IQ Link. Do I have a fourth one? I forget with this power supply. Yeah, the IQ Link hub has a it has a an adapter that goes from PCIe power to whatever the proprietary connector is. Crap, I don't even know where the box. Okay, we're just gonna unplug that. It should still run. Oh boy. Oh boy. I thought I prepared as much as I could, but apparently I did not prepare enough. Usually when you don't plug in hubs and stuff for like these systems from like Corsair, Lee and all that, the pumps and fans and stuff, they still run. It's just they may not be running at whatever setting that you have it set to. I would be very surprised if, from me unplugging that hub, if it just all of a sudden stops. Okay. Wait, what? Give me a second. Carnage says Dr. Pepper is trash. Dude, Dr. Pepper is good. I love Dr. Pepper. What? How are you gonna send a super chat saying that? I'm actually gonna see if I can find an extra cable because yeah, because I'm gonna have to. I might have to daisy chain this on one of them. Where is the power supply? I have too many boxes back here. Why did I not? I would have. I don't even know. I need to look up this power supply. All cards will have a certain amount of DOA units not newsworthy. I thought it seemed like a higher than normal amount for the 5090s though. Maybe we can pull up the article in a bit. I don't remember what size this power supply is, and I please don't tell me I have to take this out. I'm gonna have to take it out. This is what happens when you are unprepared. When you are not prepared. Like Illidan would say. Yeah, so the issue is, I don't know where the box for this is. If I had any extra cables, I would have stored it with it. And I want to make sure that I am supplying enough power to the card. Because, it's not my card, so I don't want to take any risks. Okay. All right. Use an Aorus game PSU on it, please. I see. What I think I'm gonna have to do is take an external power supply. This is a 750 watt unit, but it's a high quality one. It's an RME. Oh, let's see, 750 RME. What I'm thinking is, those are actually all the cables that it comes with. Where is the cable list? See, we go over here. Yeah, I usually connect at least all the important ones. I don't always connect like the mullets and stuff. Let's see what this even came with. I'm gonna probably have to connect an external one. Doesn't the 5080 require 850 watts? Let's just say that's a high estimate just in case people use crappy quality power supplies. Let me see. Where's it list all the cables at? Oh, here we go. Okay. Modular cable. Yeah, so I should have. Why did I not install the last cable? What am I, dumb? Let me take a look to see. Well, I might not even be able to test it yet. I'm just gonna take a look at. Let me see. Brad to the rescue. Am I really gonna disconnect? Am I really gonna, disconnect everything? I might just have to do this off stream because this might take too long. Well, that's unfortunate. We're about to see a man destroy his friend's card. I know, right? I do not have another Corsair with compatible cables. Do it. But So I'm gonna test it with this, but I think I'm just gonna have to do it off of stream because yeah, because this build has so much stuff in it. If I'm gonna go through and undo all the connectors and connect this to it, yeah, that's a little bit too much. Yeah, 1300 watt. That's the one that I got from that miner. Would be kind of fun to see how we're already 4 minutes into the stream. I wanted to look at the pricing and stuff too. Let me look into this. See, I'm just tempted. I'm tempted to run with the daisy chain because let me look at what let's see. The 5080 is how many watts? 5080 tech power up. See, we can do some math here, and if I don't see, the thing is, I'm gonna load it up to the max, which is gonna push it over. Especially if this thing is like OC'd, the OC version, and if it spikes or anything. How many watts is this thing? So yeah, see, tech power up gives a different recommendation even than I guess NVIDIA. They're more conservative. So 360 watts. Let's just add another 10%. So that pushes about 400 watts. What are the 8-pin PCIe rated for? I think like 150, right? So we should be clear, especially with a unit like the RME from Corsair. I would say, and I've seen Johnny Guru, because now he's over at Corsair, he's talked about it. He says their cables are good for the daisy chain because they do sell some units where they only give you a single cable with the pigtail daisy chain, whatever you want to call it, and he says they're good for it. If this was my own card, I would be okay with just using it as is, but because it's not mine, should something go wrong and the low chances of it, I don't want to be out $1,300. I'm just gonna do it to power it up. We'll do it. Screw it. He'll understand. I'll just give him his money back. I won't rob him of his, his money if something goes wrong. You guys are peer pressuring me. You guys are a bad influence. I am going to take these extension cables off, though, just in case. I'm not going to ruin the card. It's fine. I'm not using an Ares game. Yeah, just blame it. Yeah, let's just blame it so I can get into a news article about dead 50 series cards. I could be a statistic. No, I think it'll be fine. Oh, let me change the view. Sorry, I wasn't able to set up an overhead cam or like a bench cam. So this is the best you guys are gonna have of this angle. Oh my goodness, these lower intake fans are just in the way. I'm gonna screw the power supply back on now that I know the model. Cue the mushroom cloud clip. Yeah, that would be if you know how streamers, when something bad happens, they don't react like normal humans would. Instead, they just say, "Clip it, clip it." That would be a prime example of that. Except I would actually be sad. Corsair, why did you make this case this way? I like the dual chamber, but the way that the back goes in, y'all made this like horrible. I'll give you guys a shot of the inside once I get this in. Yeah, Corsairs. So where the brackets screw onto, they didn't give enough space. You see this space right here? Every single time you want to put a graphics card in and out, you have to take this panel off. Because most case manufacturers, they give you a bigger cutout right here. So that, you know, because the bracket has a little like bend in it. But for the Corsair one, you always have to take this on and off each time you install a graphics card, which is kind of annoying. And now this thing is not wanting to fully seat. What are you doing? What are you even doing, card? I want to reseat this because this thing's acting funky. I want to hear that click. Let me know if you guys hear the click. There it is. Okay. Get a single screw on it. Where's my extra screws? Oh, dropped my bit. Not a click you like to hear when pressing the power button down, though. Is Senpai Brian watching the stream right now? Brian, you there? This card is going to Brian, so I wonder if he's watching it. Nervous right now. I did see though today on Reddit, a lot of, or not a lot, people were sounding off about the 4090s being with their burnt, even with the included adapter, the ones that they came with, burnt connectors, not like aftermarket third-party ones, but the ones supplied with the cards that they got. Like a lot of 4090s, not okay, I can't say a lot because we don't know the exact number, but a decent amount of 4090s were having burnt connectors after 2 years. So that, I don't know what stories behind that, but hopefully these 50 series cards don't suffer something similar. Okay, this looks, oh my goodness, come on. Stiff cable. Need to make sure nothing's touching the fan. Gotta make sure that yellow, here, okay, I can show on my phone. All right, is it less choppy? So yeah, gotta make sure this, so all these I made sure clicked in. This one, need to make sure there's no yellow showing and that it clicks. Let's see if we can hear it. Oh, well, it did not click, but that fully is seated, and I don't see yellow anywhere at all. All right, just gotta hook up the display now. USB's good, okay. Moment of truth. Fans are spinning up. Okay, we're gonna have to shut this down. Yeah, that hub powers everything, which kind of makes sense. Because it's the one link, it's like the fans and the pump don't have their own connectors. Okay, yeah, we're not gonna be able to do this on stream. We're an hour into it, and that's not gonna work out. All right, I'm gonna have to try it with a different power supply. Yeah, the system powered on just fine, and the fan spun up and stuff, but none of the fans and the AIO powered on because I unplugged the hub, which now looking back makes sense. Womp. Danny, do you have a Wi-Fi router in your basement area? If so, is it one that supports? Yeah, no, I have a. Maybe I shouldn't say it because these are gonna be illegal soon. I have the TP-Link Deco pucks, the Deco M5. So I do have a mesh network set up. The mesh puck is I don't know, not even like 15 feet away from me down in the basement. I probably could set up another one. I would have to get another one to put like right on my table for the best coverage, but I was trying to, you know, like link them across the house like that. But yeah. Yes, this is actually live right now. This is live right now. The LAN Party Stories TV, as it's clearly indicated in the description. People have been confusing the LAN Party Stories stream. They've been confusing this one. I always get comments. Oh, look, all you guys are in the chat. So many people are always asking, is this live right now? I don't know if I can find it in the chat, but... oh yeah, is this pre-recorded? Like, so many people... I'm constantly getting those questions. I mean, it clearly says up here, summer 2023, so of course it would have to be pre-recorded. But this stream right here is live right now, so... Note to self, put a 1,000. Yeah, I honestly need to get. I have bigger power supplies, but when I put the system together, the card that I put with it was not that big, so 750 was more than enough. But yeah, I need to at least get a 1,000-watt one in here, and I do have them. Wait, well, TP. So the TP-Link Deco thing, maybe Chris or someone else can explain it better. But I think they're gonna stop being sold in the US or something, right? Let's see, TP-Link. Due to, I think China security related stuff, US stopped being sold. Like, what do we have to search for this? TP-Link is simple to hack. Investigators at Commerce, Defense, and Justice Departments have all opened probes into TP-Link routers due to the ties to the Chinese cyber attacks. These departments are weighing a potential ban of the sale of the routers. So it wouldn't be illegal to have one, but it would ban, kind of like the, not super like the whole Deep Cool situation, but more like the ban is similar to it. The Deep Cool, the reason they banned it is different than why they would ban TP-Link. But I've been using TP-Link products for years now, and it kind of sucks. So I don't want to have to buy like new router, new mesh, everything. I'm not a cybersecurity dude though, so I don't know. Like, okay, it's easier to hack. How likely is the typical person likely going to be hacked for having a TP-Link router? First of all, tech people don't even follow news like this. So even after, if they get banned, anyone who has had a TP-Link router and doesn't need to upgrade anytime soon, there will still be a ton of people using them. There will be less, I guess they're not as secure. But yeah, I don't know the full implications of it. I need to look into it more. TP-Link bricks all their devices as a final middle finger to the USA before leaving. TP-Link is good stuff. They should just make drivers open source. Yeah, you have to be targeted, which I don't know. You could say that because I'm a content creator, I might be more targeted. But still, like, the people who are able to even do this type of hacking, like, you think they're going to go for small fish? Or like, you know, like me or just a typical person? Or I don't know. TP-Link will not be banned. Any potential ban would only affect new sales. The company is incorporated and operates in the US. Retrovet 357. First of all, thank you for the super chat. You did not have to super chat with that message. I would have read it regardless, but I appreciate it. They will not be banned. Any potential ban would, so new sales, but for the old products, I don't know how I'm not worried right now with regards to like cyber attacks and being hacked because I'm just a nobody for the most part, but I need to, I guess, either look into it more or talk to more cybersecurity experts as to how dangerous it is to continue running TP-Link products, right? So, plus following this reasoning, companies that produce in Foxconn facilities in China could also be subject to ban. If the government bans TP-Link, only scalpers will have to... Jesus, the scalper is going to hit that market. But, let's see. Okay. So, sorry guys, that was a bust. But by next week, I should be able to tell you if the card worked just fine or not. I did want to take a look at the market because eBay is apparently going crazy with RTX 5090s. And we'll talk about 5090s just because they're way more expensive than 5080s. If you wanted to buy one now that was not a scam or a picture or a box, paper poster. Look at this. People are trying to kind of like throw the bots off, I guess. So 50, I wonder if they would actually even send the paper poster. So let's look to see if we can find the first actual buy it now listing that's legit. Yeah, see, all these ones, like, what is this? Can you be more blatantly a new account? Okay, let's see. Founders Edition, yep. Overclock, triple fan. See, no rep is one thing, but even 2 reps, you know how easy it would be to get 2 rep? You could make like 10 accounts, buy your own crap for like $1 and leave a rating. So yeah, those are obviously scams. Anything that's like not $4,000 is probably a scam. Even apparently up to, oh, read description. What is this one? It's for a picture. Oh, are these listings being taken down faster? Wow. So it came up in the search, but as soon as I clicked the link, this listing's already pulled. Interesting. In hand. What is this one? Hey, this one look, yeah, 2600. This one looks somewhat legit. Oh, nope, the listing's gone. What? These listings are like, let me refresh. Maybe eBay's search versus the actual listing, there's like a delay from when something gets deleted to like the search, it being deleted from search. Here's one for $3,000. It's gone too. What the heck? Yeah, I am gonna check recently sold, but I'm trying to look at it from, if I wanted to buy one right now, what the market's even looking like, and they're all gone. Yeah, how about this one? 4,300. So so these other ones, yeah, they must be scams or something's fishy going on because they're like gone. But like this one's the first legit one I could find. $4,300. wait, Toma Able. What are you selling? 4090 for 2400. Okay, they're selling a large evolved large glider, so they must be a legit person. Wait, what is this? Standing frame. Is this like for those chair gliders? Or is this like a workout equipment? What is this thing? Shadow for standing frame. Like, do you attach a glider to this and then you like sit in it and fly around? But yeah, so this person is selling other stuff. So the first legit one I could find, not as bad as what people were saying, $6,000, $7,000, $4,300. But let's take a look at the recently sold and see how ridiculous that can get. Sold items. Dude, someone just got scammed. Look at this. What? All right, I don't want to be mean, but what idiot bought this $1,200 5090 from a seller with 0% feedback and zero feedback at all? 1,500. Okay, you got scammed, or you're trying to pull some kind of scam. I don't know. So these 1,500 ones, man, what are all these sold listings that are obviously not real? Cypher Gaming, I love you, bro. I'm gonna start watching more often. Thanks for the kind words. I appreciate it. Definitely. I'm here every single Wednesday, and then for videos, I post like every probably couple of weeks. Not as bad. Lol, not as bad. This launch is rough. I honestly, I don't remember what the 40 series was like, because I guess we could go back 2 years and watch those streams, but that would take too long to do. But I don't think it's necessarily rough, because again, we're talking about $1,000+ graphics cards, which only a small percent of the population are targeting or can afford. So we've got plenty of cards, especially on AMD side. If you want a sub $1,000 graphics card, there are other cards to be had, which we'll look at the AMD pricing as well. But yeah, look at all these, so many fake listings sold. But how long, okay, have we even come across a real one yet? All these are, is this sorted by price? Oh, it is sorted by price. Let me just go to ended recently. Here we go. This one's probably legit. Oh my God. Would you pay $5,000 almost for a 2-rep 0% rated seller? I don't know. This seems kind of sketch. You're right, Jason. Whatever we're going through right now, nowhere near as bad as peak pandemic and crypto boom. At least right now, you can get cards to hold you over. During the pandemic, everything was affected, even the crappy graphics cards. So yeah, boo-hoo, I can't get a 5080, I can't get a 5090. Okay, just get something else that's like mid-range and use that until you can. Like, you guys gotta remember, during the pandemic, you couldn't get anything at all. And if you could, it was probably overpriced. Like GTX 960s were going for like double or triple the price. So yeah, it's definitely nowhere near as bad as what a lot of us in the chat have probably seen. Yeah, so this one, well, this one sold, today's the 5th, right? Yeah, almost $6,000 there. So we see this trend, right? The ones that are cheapest obviously are from new accounts with 0 rep. I froze outside my Micro Center yesterday morning at 6:30 to get my 5080. Congrats. Hopefully you're not sick, and hopefully you're enjoying the card. If the Intel B570 is right there for like, wait, the Intel B570 is right there for like $230. Well, there's other alternatives too. I need to get a B570. Holy crap, I need to buy me some... I need me to buy some 5090s and sell them. Just kidding, yeah. What do you think the price would be if the idiot president didn't up tariffs? I don't know if these are affected by tariffs yet. I don't think tariffs just go into effect just like that. Or are you saying, what do you think the prices are going to be once the tariff. So I don't know, man. We've had the tariff discussion multiple times in like the past months. Obviously, we're not going to know until it's in full effect. But there was a lot of people, not a lot. I should take that back. There were a decent amount of people in the chat who felt like the tariffs against China and I don't remember if specifically there's going to be tariffs against Taiwan, but they thought the tariffs were not going to touch PC hardware for whatever reason. And I guess because there's no solid proof or evidence or literature that says that it would affect it, you can't disprove them. But and I mean, 20 to 50%, that's a big big ballpark range of a guess of how prices would be affected. But yeah, I don't know. Brian! Senpai Brian's in the chat. What'd you say? Brian, have you been watching this whole time? I got the card. I don't have a big enough power supply to power it on right now. Or I have one, but it's not all plugged up. I made an oopsie, so I couldn't try it, but I'm gonna make sure it works and everything tonight. So yeah. I will likely just hook up this 1300 watt power supply to it. So Danny was right yet again. The best time to buy a PC is now. It's that advice. I mean, sometimes I'm wrong. I bet I was wrong with that advice in the past before when they released something that was actually a good generational uplift. But I think most of the time, I think by now, what was the 40 series launch like? Especially for the mid-range stuff. Pretty disappointing for like the 4060 and 4060 Ti. People waited around for stuff like that, where the performance per dollar was not as good as like the used market or previous gen, when you could have bought the other stuff a while ago and enjoyed it. So that brings me to the next topic, right? 7900 XTXs. 7900 XTX. This card has been under $1,000, actually under $900 for months leading up to the release of the 50 series. Now, if we wanted to look for one, what's the cheapest one? Oh, you could get one for $929, but we checked, what, 2-3 weeks ago, and we saw it for $829. So the price on these have already gone up. This one is in stock, so that's good. And then next is, wow, 1500 and then 1500, then everything. Wait, is this even a legit listing? This one, I wonder if this is just coming in and out of stock. So this is sold and shipped by Newegg. This is legit, but think about this. You were told to wait until NVIDIA launches their new cards. NVIDIA launches it, people are kind of disappointed with the performance. You could have, the people who told you to wait, they screwed you over because you could have bought this card 6 months ago for $100 less and enjoyed the card that entire 6 months, but you didn't. You waited because they said 50 series are around the corner. And now, not only did you lose out on 6 months of gaming with a nice, powerful card, you also have to pay a $100 premium on top of it. Oh, it comes with McAfee, though. You might have missed out on some game bundles that came with this, too. But you do get McAfee VPN. Like, I don't know. That's part of the reason why I never liked that, oh, just wait mentality. Bro, if you need a computer right now, just get it right now. The prices of tomorrow are never promised or guaranteed. Hey, what up, Shauner? Yes, I did get one. Not for myself, for a friend of mine. But I was just going to test it for him on stream, but I screwed up. I did not have a capable power supply. Would you say a Ryzen 5 5600X is too much of a bottleneck? Yeah, with the 4080 Super, I'm sure there are titles where you could balance the bottleneck out. You know, just play at 4K, maxed out settings. You're not going to be pumping that much frames anyways. Like, what? You got to think of a not that CPU intensive game with a very GPU intensive title. And then you got to run at like 4K, potentially max settings, so that all the load is pretty much going on the graphics card. And the CPU is doing the bare minimum just to have the system running and the game running. But I could I would say for a lot of games, it would be a bottleneck, but you could come up with a scenario where the 5600X does not bottleneck the 4080 Super, if that makes sense. Did I try out either of them yet? No, the first one I might try out for a bit is the 5080 once I get it up and running tonight. 7900 XTX was this? I don't know if it was 750 last week. Are you sure that wasn't the XT? Let me look at camo. I could have sworn when we looked at it, it was 800 something, like 819 or 829. I don't remember seeing 750, but I could be wrong. But yes, they are pretty expensive right now. Maybe it was used or something, or open box was 750. So 7900 XTX. Look, they're all out of stock. Okay, let's just pick Phantom Gaming. I'm needing water. I'm sick. All right. So if we look at let's see. Let's look at 6 months. So this one, yeah, see, if we look at the Phantom Gaming one specifically, it's out of stock right now, but can we like zoom in on this chart? Nope, that doesn't do it. Okay. So we just have to like zoom in on the browser itself. So this one was going for a little bit over like 850-ish right here. What about some of the other models? Here's the Pulse one. Let's look at let's look at a basic one, like the Asus Dual. 6 months. Okay, this one was crappily priced the entire time, according to Camel. So this one, yeah, see, if we look at 3 months ago even, this one was like, what is that, like 840, 850? This is just within the last 3 months. Actually, up until, what was this? December, so before the end of the year, before the announcements, we were looking at, yeah, like 840 something, 850-ish. Even with the tariffs, PC parts will still be cheaper in the US than even, yeah, I mean, this is a good point. The US is super spoiled when it comes to the prices of computer hardware. And I guess if it's 20% markup due to tariffs, I would say that we are still cheaper than the rest of the world. I have seen people post what the prices they have to pay for graphics cards and like CPUs and stuff is, and it is expensive. Like in Europe, Australia, some parts of Asia, yeah, it's pretty big disparity there. Joe Mastro just bought my 7900 XT over a year ago for $630 open box Micro Center. Nice. The XE ones are definitely a lot more affordable. Let's look at this XFX one. Yeah, see what? Oh, this is the XT. Whoa, this XT 7800 XT. 7900 XT. So the dual one sucked. Let's look at this Merc one. So this is a XT, non-XTX. Okay, so let's see what those prices are going for. Just plain XTs. So those are still around, it's looking like mid 600-ish refurbished on this one. Why would you buy this refurbished shower color one when you get a Sapphire Pulse from Newegg, shipped by Newegg, so seems legit, for $650. Man, whoever missed out on the Assassin's Creed bundle, that sucks. Like, what is this garbage? This is like, I've seen like Norton antivirus bundles and other stuff too. Avast antivirus. It's not the worst I've seen, but when you're not getting a game with it, oof, that feels bad. He's missed out on like 60 or 70 bucks worth of a game bundle. Lowest XTX I remember was the Phantom Gaming one for $750. Whoa, that would be pretty easy to find on Build a PC sales, because all those eventually make it onto here. Assassin's Creed is about killing people. McAfee is about saving your PC. You be the judge. Dude, Jason is in Japan. Come on. I know you. I know what gets you off. Just the mere mention of Japan and I know what you're choosing. Okay. Don't BS me. Okay, let's see. So what prices were we seeing for XTX? Micro Center in store. What is this? $5.99? What is this? Open box? Was this ever actually? Oh, for real? Assassin's Creed sounds amazing. In-store stock, $5.99. Wait, what is it? What? Wait. Hellhound Spectral. I think that's an XTX, not an XT. Because why would they be... Huh. So apparently they did have it for that much. Brand new? I don't remember this. This seems like a flash sale that you should not use as a reference for what 7900 XTXs had cost in the past. So let me try to go back 2 months ago. Oh, there it is. Hellhound. I don't count Micro Center deals though. Oh, this was Amazon. $764. You could have got a 7900 XTX, a Hellhound one, which is a good card. Great cooler, great performance for $765 on Amazon. Not even like a Micro Center special. And now you have to deal with almost $300 more for the same card that you could have enjoyed for 2 whole months. This was only 2 months ago. Weirdly, our 5080s, even out of stock, are about 1300 USD, including the 10% Aussie tax. That sounds about normal. Yeah, they're going for 12 to 1300 depending on the model in the US. So that means that's good for you guys in Australia because your pricing is similar to ours. Oh yeah, did you know you also get Assassin's Creed Shadows? Yeah, I got 2 Assassin's Creed bundles. I used one and I sold one because I bought the Intel Arc A580 and then the B580. So I got the Assassin's Creed bundle for each of those. So I saved $70 on the game because I was gonna buy the card anyways. And then I sold one for 30 bucks. Just keep waiting, just keep waiting, just keep waiting, yeah. Tariffs are gonna be okay here in the UK as you buy more from US, or as you buy more from us than we buy from you. Dude, okay. How are you guys' egg prices though? This isn't even a troll question with the whole bird flu crap going on for however many months. Is that even over yet? We definitely were hit pretty hard with like egg shortages up in Washington. I remember going to Costco and they just, in the refrigerated section, there was just not even signs for eggs that were there and sold out. They just didn't even put a sign out. There's just no eggs. Now it's recovered a bit, but eggs are more expensive right now. At the worst, I think I saw them for like $8 a dozen, which is crazy because they're normally like $2 to $3 a dozen. But I think we're still having shortages here and there in Washington. So what we've had to do is go during like the early part of like a work day or something, just take a break from work and go. So before like the mad rush happens after work hours. And we've been able to get eggs, but they're still more expensive than they were, like, you know, months ago. $8 for 2 dozen. That's actually not bad. $10 a dozen around you. Oof. Bro, I saw people buying the garbage eggs for $5 a dozen, but no one was buying the grass-fed better eggs for $5.50. I feel like that's an obvious to me. They taste way better, and if it's basically the same price, no brainer. Yeah. See, we've talked about this in stream before. You guys said, talked about my cholesterol level and stuff. But we eat so many eggs just between me and Melissa. Like yesterday, between us, we had 6 eggs because we had ramen. So that was 1 egg in each of our ramens. But then for breakfast, we each eat about 2 eggs. And that's almost every single day. So we go through, you know, when we don't have ramen or other meals and dishes that require eggs, we go at like almost a minimum of 4 eggs a day, if not 6 if we do other meals. So we go through a dozen in like 2 to 3 days. And at these prices, oh my God, we're feeling it. So get some chickens. I don't think it's as easy as getting chickens. You gotta build a chicken coop. You gotta feed them. You gotta clean up after them. We're getting snow. It's like freezing weather right now. So I don't even know the logistics of keeping chickens year round and taking care of them. But I mean, having chickens would probably be pretty nice given that we eat so many eggs. Yeah. That's what I was going to get to. And I think we talked about that before on the other stream. The egg cholesterol, depending on what studies you look at, is not necessarily like the unhealthy cholesterol that, like, you know, clogs your arteries and stuff like that. I've doing my research, and I probably skew towards, you know, wanting to believe the papers and studies that show that eggs are actually healthy for you. That's what I choose to believe. But, you know, you could find any side of the argument that you want on that. Last time I bought eggs, it was $30 30 for $20, so that's about $10 for 15, so a little bit over. You get a little bit more than a dozen for $10. That's expensive. Make sure they don't get bird flu too. Yeah. How do you even test for bird flu if you have chickens? I do know of people that have chickens, which is very interesting to me. Not like super close friends, but like acquaintances and stuff like that. Yeah. Is that something you have to worry about? Remember when cats could get COVID, or that was the thing? My parents have chickens and still need to buy eggs on occasion. How many do chickens produce? Like 1 egg a day? Like, what is the egg producing rate of one chicken or hen, whatever? I go through 7 eggs a day. Okay, so there's other people who are even crazier than me when it comes to like eating way more eggs than me. But sorry to derail the conversation into now eggs. Neighbors have chickens. We get eggs sometimes, but they're really tiny. I've seen or heard of, kind of like when you have fruit trees, like some people have chickens and they produce too many eggs that they can't eat, so they give them away. Kind of like if you have like an apple tree or whatever, orange tree, you know, eventually it might produce more than you can consume. So then you will like give them away, so they're gonna waste. So that would be so nice to have a neighbor that had chickens that produce an excess of eggs and offered them. I would even offer to pay for them at the regular going rate or the pre-bird flu rates. But I don't have that type of person in my life, unfortunately. It's 1 egg. It's 1 egg a day per chicken normally. Okay. Which to me is still kind of crazy. That seems like a lot of things to push out of like an animal every single day. What kind of GPU would you use with the i5 146K? I don't know, depending on what your budget is. I would comfortably pair like a 4070 a 4070 like TI Super up with that. I would even comfortably pair like a 4080 Super with a 14600KF. There's a meat substitute. So what I also did was when they had no eggs, but they had egg whites in cartons, I bought some egg whites because they were even available. They were still kind of expensive because it's still, you know, egg. And I mixed that in with normal eggs with yolk and scrambled it to get more eggs because I couldn't find normal eggs. But yeah, that would be, look, I love eating meat. I was going to say I love meat, but that doesn't sound right. I love eating meat and all that. If they could get meat substitutes, which to me, I don't feel like they're there yet. I've tried Impossible Burger. I've tried Beyond Meat. I've tried that stuff. I'm not against it. I just want it to taste a little like better than what it is now. I don't need it to be exactly like meat because obviously that would be very difficult to do. But even if it's like 80 or 90% of the way there in taste and cost effective, because these meat alternatives, it's not like they're cheaper either, they're expensive, then I'd be down for it. I'm not one of those, like, you know, super alpha males who can only eat real meat and stuff like that. Like, bro, I'm all for saving the environment and the planet and stuff too with alternatives, but to me, it's also gotta taste decently. Otherwise, I'm just gonna straight up eat tofu and try to like make that better tasting. So they slow down when stressed and or cold or molting. Interesting. Okay. See, everyone in the chat's learning about chickens and eggs now. What do you think of egg beaters? Are you talking about like straight up an egg whisk? Like the one where you spin it? I can pretty confidently say I've never used one of these before. I've always beaten my eggs with meat. No, not with meat, with a fork. Why did I say that? I've always beaten it with a fork. I've used a whisk on some occasions, but I've never used one of these spinners. Oh, the eggs in the contain. Wait, egg substitute, egg beater substitute. Oh, I have. Yeah, no. I've used this before. Oh, wait, no, but this has the yolk in it. I've only used the. Isn't this what like McDonald's uses, or like some diners and stuff? I've seen places that use it. I've never used this before. The only thing is I've used egg white. I wonder if they have the Costco one. So I bought whatever the one Costco sold, egg white in a container before, but I've never used this one with the yolk included. I mean, I think they should be fine. Will that affect the freshness taste for it to be removed from the egg and then sitting refrigerated for a while? I don't know. I mean, okay, no, I take it back. I've been to diners and stuff, or places where they cook and use this stuff. It tastes fine. Try it, balut. We have balut. I think it's in multiple cultures. Like Southeast Asia is pretty common. I'm not actually gonna pull that up. I don't want to see a little, like a dead chicken embryo. But I've had balut before. When I was a kid and I ate balut, I remember the juices tasting good, which sounds disgusting now that I think about it. I haven't had balut for many, many years. Like, probably over 25 years by this point. Like, the last time I had it was like when I was a kid, eating balut. But I remember that, like, when you pull out the chicken and you see it with the beak and like maybe some baby feathers. I think after seeing that, I was done. Never again. But yeah. Yeah, and then the white and the yolk portion of it was like decent, but the actual like bird in there, nah, man. I regret looking it up now. I've eat eggs with meat. No, but 2025. Yeah, I don't know why I said that. Okay, we're talking about eggs now. Let me see. What else did I want to talk about? I was wanting to look at prices of everything, but we've talked about 5090s, 5080s. We talked about the 7900 XTX, 7900 XT. We gotta wait till March. I don't even know when we're gonna start seeing like review drops, if they're gonna come before the release of the 9070 stuff. It seems like it's in the price range where I might be getting a review sample. I don't know. I need to hit up the rest of my tech tuber friends to see if anybody has heard anything. Most of us get it from the same guy, but it would be awesome to get any of the 9070 cards for pre-review, because that is like the perfect price range to compare to like past gen cards that are rarely available now. All this 5080, 5090 stuff, to me, it's not even that interesting to watch some of the reviews because you can't even get it. And I guess the AMD cards, they might not be readily available too. If they are as good as people are hoping they are to be, they'll probably also sell out for a while too. But AMD, I have found, and from what I have seen, except for the pandemic, AMD cards, even though like everything sells out first day, even Intel sold, and they're still sold out, but AMD from like the past few generations of releases, they generally seem to have gotten back in stock and became readily available at non like scalped or increased prices quicker than Nvidia has. So that's one thing. If you are in the market for a sub, I don't know, say sub $700 graphics card, that's one thing you probably have to look forward to with the 9070 stuff. I'm gonna guess that, you know, for the first couple of weeks maybe they'll be sold out, but because people still even with people jumping to 7900 XTX, I don't think AMD is going to gain that much market share, unfortunately, right? The vocal minority who are posting on Twitter or posting on Reddit about it, that's not the majority of the gamers out there. No, but should I sell my 3070 for 275? Do you need it? 275. I feel like they're only gonna be going down in value. I mean, 3070s have been around 250 to 275 from what I've seen in the used market pretty consistently. So I don't, either they're gonna hold that value or they're gonna go down even more. I don't see them jumping up unless we have like another pandemic, COVID 2.0 or something, right? I would say if you don't need the card, just sell it because you could always buy it back in the future, most likely for cheaper or the same price, but at least you'll pocket the money. If you will have a use for it, like you're gonna build another system or need a backup card, then keep it. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. I don't think there's so many alternatives and options in this price range that it's not like, you know, the 4080, 4080 Super, 4090 and stuff where there's like limited supply and there's a huge demand. This card is like super readily available, so there's no reason to keep it if you don't need it. Why are other GPUs high and out of stock everywhere? Well, they're out of stock everywhere because they did not produce nearly enough. People have been speculating that is Chinese New Year officially over? Let me see. So Chinese New Year, oh my goodness. They're saying after the Lunar New Year, Chinese New Year, you know, production and everything should go ramp back up and we should be fine. Seriously? So it begins at the end of January. Wait. But it goes to February 12th. See, this is the weird thing. Anybody know? So this is actually kind of a long time. This is 2 whole weeks. One of my contacts from a Chinese company, they started going back to work as of like yesterday or the day before when I was emailing them. So I don't know if everybody gets all the way up to the 12th off. It's complicated. They aren't off work for 2 weeks. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Because, yeah, my contact for one of the companies, they started emailing me back like after about a week. So everyone gets about when they talk about China shutting down for the New Year, is it for about a week? And then, even though the celebration's still ongoing, people get back to work after a week. They usually go back like Tuesday or Wednesday and then work Saturday and Sunday to make up for. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Ooh, that's even less than I imagined then. Interesting. Stray Dog Tech says, I just got my Neuron budget shirt and I loved it. Good quality. Thanks, man. Keep on keeping on. Thank you for the support. I will say, just any of the shirts that you guys buy from me, like most graphic tees, for it to last the longest, flip it inside out when you wash it. Yeah, I've done the durability testing. It just lasts longer with less stuff, you know, rubbing up against it and abrasing it while you're washing and drying. But yeah, if you do that, it should last a really long time. Like, I wash all my shirts so much inside out, and there's been 0 problems. Year of the Dragon Balls. Oh, wait, that would be. That was 2024. What is it the year of now? This is the year of the snake, right? Current Chinese year. Aren't we in year of the snake? We are the wood snake. Okay. Yeah, I thought that was that's actually my year. My birth year anyways. Never thought about flipping t-shirts inside out. No. What? Have you never had a shirt fade early, like a graphic tee fade early because you didn't flip it inside out? I've had that happen so much, like all throughout growing up. So yeah, I learned pretty early on. If you want, especially, you know, they stopped making designs from like the 90s, 2000s, whatever. If you want your stuff to last, flip it inside out. It's annoying though, because then you wash it, then you gotta flip it back outward. So it is added work, but it depends. Just do it for the t-shirts you like the most, right? I flip everything that has graphics inside out, whether it be hoodies, t-shirts, tank tops, whatever. Like, I'm trying to have my stuff last the longest because I like my graphic tees. So what do you think a 3090 Ti Asus TUF is worth it in the used market? 3090 Ti? I mean, whatever the eBay prices is going for, to be honest. The 3090 Ti, because we were just talking about the, or you mean 30, blah, 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 blah. I think we talked about the 3090 the other week. But what are they going for? We didn't look up the Ti last week, I don't think. Fans? Ain't nobody trying to get no fans. What are we talking about here? They're going for 3080 Ti. Beats the 3090 FE. So those are going for, at a minimum, $1,100 on eBay. So plus or minus 10% here, depending on your local market, if you're going to sell it not online and in person. Though, yeah, this might be a little bit overpriced. But hey, I guess, would that be considered scalping if you had a 3090 Ti and you sold it for what the market price is on eBay? It would definitely be scalping if you're doing it with the 5080s and 5090s. With this one, I don't remember what the market was looking like before the 50 series messed everything up on the high end. They were $600 a month ago for the 3090s. Yeah, but what about the Ti's? Because when you get to like the end of a generation's like stack or tier, it's just like stupid expensive. I think 3090 Ti with the AI stuff was up to 850 to 1,000. So this isn't too far off. It's within 10%. So did you get a 5090? No, I got a 5080 and it's not even for me. It's for a friend of mine. He is still trying to piece stuff together because he wants a 9800X3D, but you can't find one of those because they are still, like, the only places people have been seemingly able to get them, like, consistently seems to be Micro Center. But, like, if you try to look for 9800X3D, you're looking at, on Amazon, $600-ish. And you look on Newegg, I don't even know if they're going to be on here. Yes. Oh my gosh, $740. Ugh. So yeah, my friend that the 5080 is gonna go into his system. He's still piecing together parts for his build, and he's struggling trying to get a 9800X3D. And he's thinking, like, should he just wait for the 9850 X3D or what? Yeah, Micro Center has them. Oh, he has a contact at the California Micro Center, but apparently it went out of stock. So Micro Center has them all the time, but I think it is also going in and out of stock pretty consistently at Micro Center. It's not like it's just there, always in stock at all times, you know, for a long period of time. I think it just goes in and out. is a 7900 XTX and 7800 XTD with 64 gigs of RAM for $3,000. Is this like a whole PC build? Even if it was a whole PC build, that's pretty expensive. Yeah, that's way too much. You're talking about our last gen, even though it's still a really good chip, the 7800 XTD is really good, and they're being scalped right now. They're going for way more than they're worth. But we just saw that 7900 XTX is not worth more than $900 something. I don't know what kind. If you're talking about a build, it might not be overpriced if you have really expensive other components. But if you're just talking about only those parts, it is too expensive. Yeah, they go out of sale, but they get shipments all the time. Yeah, definitely not as big of a demand for the CPUs as it is for the graphics cards. And it kind of makes sense. Like, you can get by pretty easily with not having a 9800 X3D. There's so many alternatives. But for the graphics, like if you're a gamer, to push your performance up, CPU can only do so much. It's mainly the graphics card, so it makes sense that those are constantly sold out. Is the 9800 X3D worth the upgrade from the 7800 X3D? For most people, it's not going to be, unless you have like a top tier graphics card. Even then, the 7800 X3D will still be a really good chip that you could easily still force the bottleneck into your GPU. Yeah, I would say if you have a 7800 X3D, do not upgrade to the 9800 X3D. They are overpriced right now, and it's hard to find. And it's just not worth the upgrade. It would be worth it if you didn't already have the 7800 X3D. I bought a pre-built from a company, and that's what you bought? From CLX, you bought a pre-built with the 7900 XTX with the 7800 XTD 64 gigs of RAM for $3,000. That seems a little overpriced. We haven't looked at pre-builts in a while, but like, let me see if I can even quickly find, whoops, not 7900 XTX. From CLX, here's a Y60 PC from Best Buy. What do we got in here? Let's see what this has. This has, okay, not the right card. See, the thing that's difficult though is there are definitely less AI or SI system integrators that build with AMD cards, let alone high-end AMD cards. So to even find a pre-built PC with the 7900 XTX in it, oh, NZXT has one. It's out of stock though. 2500. What do we got for the? So it does have a 7800 X3D, and it was 3000. It is sold out, down to 2500. How much RAM does this have though? Full specs, but it's NZXT. Everybody hates NZXT right now, so if you get one, people are gonna say that's the. It does have less RAM. And 1 terabyte SSD. I don't know how much yours has, but 3000 just sounds like a bit much. I don't know if I can find a cheaper one, but let's see what Best Buy has. Your RAM speed is 5600 DDR5. That's 5600 to like 6000 is about the normal-ish. Here's one with not, so it doesn't have an X3D processor, but it has less RAM, but it has a 7900 XTX, which I would argue is the most important thing. 2 terabyte SSD. This one's 2300. So yeah, I mean, RAM is pretty cheap. You can get 64 gigs for, or you can up this to 64 gigs, get a matching stick for, let's see, another $100. The only hard thing is that 7900X and how X3Ds are like sold out right now. Maybe I have to put in 7800 X3D specifically. Is there any on Newegg for less than $3,000? Here we go, 2800. But this one has less RAM than yours. This is from AVG PC. Why are these so expensive? They're throwing a really big like markup just because it's a higher end PC. If we did a PC part picker on this, Even with the 7800 X3D in, let's see. So let's say 500, so plus 900 something. So let's just conservatively say 1500. Then filling out the rest with RAM, motherboard, 2TB SSD. You should be coming in at the, let's see, coming in at the low 2000s. Yeah, they must be throwing like $400 or $500 markups on this, on top of the value of the parts in it. Either way, you have the PC now. For $3,000, I think you might have been able to get maybe... would that be 4080 Super territory? I feel like it would have been. So it won't matter which CPU you get if you're using 4K. If you're it matters, but it depends on which CPUs. If we're talking 7800 XRD and 9800 XRD, if you're playing with 4K, you're likely not even gonna notice the difference. It matters if you're comparing the 9800 XRD compared to like a Ryzen 3600 or something super old. 4K does help to like alleviate any CPU bottlenecking, but it doesn't make zero difference. And it doesn't apply when you go to really old processors. But if you're talking about like modern CPUs, so if you're comparing it within like non-X3D AM5 processors, and you are playing at 4K and you're not getting like hundreds of FPS in the first place, yeah, it's not gonna make a big difference. I've been told the 7900 XTX is capable of easily 4K gaming. I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts on that? With regards to, do you think without upscaling and frame generation tech, would you consider any graphics card released right now true 4K graphics cards? Remember, without... So, what does that mean? For me, that definition is playing pretty much... It should be able to handle almost all AAA titles at a minimum of 60 FPS without upscaling and frame generation. Which, there are some difficult to run titles out there. Let's see, AM Benchmark. I don't think I've seen this channel before. But this looks like they would be legit. FSR off, RT off, ultra set, so max settings 4K. All right, The Last of Us. So they're getting at least 60 FPS here. FSR is off, ray tracing is off, 4K ultra settings. I think ultra is the max here. Okay, Horizon Forbidden. Here's Cyberpunk. Getting above 60, dipping a little bit, sometimes a little bit. So ultra settings. Yeah, okay. So yeah, this person is testing without any upscaling, which I like. I wish they would show a little bit longer, but they are showing a bunch, 23 games. Ghost of Tsushima, that's fine. Boomer FPS, well, we're talking about 4K here. I don't know if you can expect without any of those tech. Which one is this? Oh, Hellblade 2. Oh, so here's Hellblade 2. Does not reach 60 FPS without any of the scaling. Why do few people show 1% loads in frame time charts? I don't know why. Yeah, because you're not going to be able to capture the 1% if you don't turn on the settings with Afterburner. Here's Ratchet and Clank at 84. Okay, Alan Wake 2. And remember, this is just this scene. There are other parts of the... Like, when I benchmark, I typically try to find scenes that are more representative of, like, difficult to run scenarios. So, like, in the midst of combat, or, like, in a big open world game, like, traveling really fast through it, stuff like that. 4K low settings should do fine. Yeah, it should be fine. What are we looking at here? Resident Evil. Yeah, so I would say, I mean, there's only one game so far that's below 60 FPS. Some of these games, it's reaching even like in the 90s to 100. It sounds like some people might have complaints about FPS this low though, because people be wanting 144, 200, 240 hertz or FPS to match with their nice high refresh rate 4K monitors. This versus uses a 13900K with it. Yeah, I mean, it's doing... Yeah, most of these games, it's looking pretty good. Even God of War. Did they test... When is this? 3 months ago was Warhammer or Space Marine 2 out. That game runs like dog water in some scenes. But yeah, all these numbers, okay. I would say based on those numbers, it does good at 4K. There's, assuming these are correct, right? If they really didn't turn on FSR or DLSS at all, I don't care about ray tracing. Those numbers, I would say, yeah, solidly 4K. It is 6:51. Okay, we're almost 2 hours into the stream. What are we talking about here? Dooley says CyberPower PC, Gaming Supreme Liquid, cooled. Is this in stock or is it sold out? You can buy a 9800 X3D 5080 system for 2.3K at Costco. Let me see if I can find this. I've been seeing some of these deals, but I thought they were more expensive. There it is. All right, where's the price? There, yeah. This is so you compare this to the $3,000 PC. How much RAM does it have? Specifications: 32 gigs of RAM. And somehow the SSD does not make it in... Oh, view more. I was about to say, if they didn't put the SSD size. 2TB SSD, 32 gigs of RAM, 9800 X3D, and a 5080 for $2,300. But it's out of stock. Just like the graphics cards are. Is there any like notification that you can add it to or something like that? No, it doesn't look like it. If you can get this, or if you can get it physically in a Costco, this is a crazy deal. Do they even say what I wonder what card they have in here. Either way, we know these cards are going for 11 to 1200 bucks. So half of it is in the cost of the graphics card, but then you're getting the highly sought after sold out 9800 X3D. You're getting 32 gigs of RAM, which is fine. 2TB SSD, so they didn't skimp there. The power supply, people might be like, oh, they're probably using a crappy power supply. Well, you get a warranty with this thing, and you can switch out the power supply if you don't want. There's a Costco warranty and a CyberPower PC warranty, right? So, seems like a pretty no-brainer safe bet to me. F-tier power supply, CyberPower PC is going to... I don't know that. We can assume that, but Costco and CyberPower PC is going to have to deal with that down the road if that, you know, is the case. Says 80 plus gold, yeah, but 80 plus efficiency has no like relation to the quality of the power supply. I would imagine they're not putting like complete F tier power supplies in here. If I had to guess, I would think they're definitely not going to give you like super top tier A, B, whatever. I would think like C to D tier, which are not actually that bad. People always think like everything's gonna start a house fire and burn your system. That's not the case at all. Ever since the tier list got widely popularized, I think people became more afraid of power supplies when before that existed. People have been using crappy power supplies for like the longest time ever. how many news stories or how many product recalls or like how many times in the news have you seen stories of, you know, power supplies actually doing what people are afraid of it doing? Not often at all. Windows OS, I'm assuming 11. No one's really giving 10 with PCs anymore, right? $1,000 power supply. Even if it was a crappy power supply, if you're running with some margin on top, the power supply is running at a lower load. Okay, have you guys looked at reviews for bad power supply? Like the lower tier power supplies? The lowest tier ones, I don't even know if there's reviews. They might just put them there because of like the internals and stuff. But most power supplies, the ones that don't pass the rigorous tests of reviewers, they don't pass when they take them up to like over 100%. If you have a 1,000-watt power supply with this system, you're not going to be running at, the system doesn't require 1,000 watts. You're going to be running well below that. If I had to guess here, I don't know, pulling from the wall, maybe like 600, 700 watts max. You're running well below what this power supply was theoretically designed to run, even if it is a low quality, crappy power supply. So that gives you some buffer, right? I'm not saying I'm a huge fan of like F tier or low, crappy quality power supplies. I'm just saying people are a little bit too afraid of power supplies that aren't A and B tier. And I will die on that hill. Everyone's an expert just because the tier list is out, but like, I don't know. There's so many systems. I've seen so many systems that go on for years without issues with the like absolute garbage, most tier power supplies out there. PSUs do degrade. Yes, they can over time degrade your components. Yes. For this one though, I think everyone automatically assuming it's going to do that. I think that's being, I don't think that is accurate. Let's just say that. Danny likes bad PSUs, clip it. Not true. Not true at all. Danny is my homie. Was with him in the army. Dude called an airstrike on his own coordinates for the vibes. Unreal guy, never changed king. I have a C tier 650 watt from EVGA running a 3070 and 5600X. I've had this for 8 years and no problem yet. Yeah, C tier power supplies are fine. I'm about to buy my first GPU, a GTX 1050 Ti. I'm so hyped. I need to revisit the 1050 Ti. I don't even know if I still have one. But, dude, 1050 Ti, one of the goated cards, in my opinion. I think the last one I bought was like a $40 one. I don't remember if it had 2 gigs or 4 gigs. But, yeah, you want to talk about like 750 Ti replacement? That card. Yes, this is an LTT screwdriver. I built it at LTX. They let all the creators and media build one, so I built a Ninja Turtle one. Everyone is running from what, Brian? I've yet to try a 1050 Ti. Still looking one. Yeah, the issue is it's hit its price floor, so you have to find one like locally because eBay prices. Okay, before even looking, 1050 Ti. If I had to guess the price of this thing, $50. which is kind of expensive for what it is, because you can get like an RX 580. But let's just see, what is the cheapest 1050 Ti? Let's do 4 gigabytes. Like, and at this point in time, why would you buy a 2 gigabyte if 4 gigabyte is readily available? Shipping. Okay, how much are these going for? Oh, so see, I wasn't even that far off. $54. This one is open box, no graphics card in. What the box only? See, I didn't even have to like. There's a. Again, we talk about the price floor of old products all the time. As long as the graphics card is functional and it's not like a straight up GT 710 or 730, like it's actually capable of gaming, which a 1050 Ti is capable of gaming. You can slap that in the system and play League of Legends, Valorant, probably some old like Skyrim, you know, bunch of games. It's not gonna go below it. Compared to what you can get that's newer than this, you would think that this would continue to reduce in price and go down to like $20 or something. But no, stuff like this, especially since this also has a special use case for small form factor systems or systems where you don't put external power, plug external power into it. It's powered solely by the PCIe slot, right? So that's gonna keep this like, this thing has been $50, I swear, for like 4, 5, 6, 7 years now. It's not gonna get any cheaper than this. Let me look at this video. Let's see. What video is that? Not this one. Nerd on a budget. Was it $40 graphics card? I think I bought the 2 gigabyte version, actually. Dang it. Come on. There it is. How much did I buy this thing for? So this was 5 years ago, September 2019. Where's the listing? Oh, this was a 1050. It wasn't even a 1050 Ti. Okay, I thought it was the Ti. Dang it. I might not have a 1050 on hand. I think I talked this person down to $40, or to $50. Not even 40, $50. So yeah, the 1050 Ti is like better, sure, but we're talking about something 5 years ago I paid $50 for. This is like a similarly performing card 5 years after the fact in the used market, still the same price. $1050 Ti was competing with the RX 570 for a while. 570 aged better though. Yeah, 570 is also a good card, but those are, I mean, can we find them for under $50? What's the lowest price one that's not broken? Parts only, parts only, parts only. The cheapest one you can find that's not parts only. Here's 47 with shipping. Parts only, parts. Yeah, so the cheapest one is right around $50 also. So yeah, these are from like the same-ish era performance level of cards. And they just don't get any cheaper. This has also been, I feel like, around $50 for the last 3-4 years. Um, 1650s are almost the same price. Yeah, that shows that the 1650 will also likely hit a price floor. Search solds. Yeah, that's a good point. To see the true... So, it's the selling price, but not the available price. So, we can check the solds one. This is a parts only one. So, this is 570. We'll go back to the 1050 Ti's. Parts only, pre-owned. So, this is 30-something bucks. But January. Let's look at recent, actually. Not the lowest price. I mean, here's one 8 GB 570. I don't know if it got a lower best offer, will that show here? Let me see if I can find one without the best offer. Here's one. So $50 after delivery plus tax, February 5th. I mean, here's another one. Or best offer. I don't know if best offer is gonna... Best offer. Is that the price it sold for? Or do they not show what the best offer price was? Here's one. So look, this one's just from yesterday, $50. So the available listings seem pretty reflective of the stuff that just sold within the last day or two. Let's look at 1050 Ti's though. 1050 Ti sold listings. Am I still completed sold items? Okay. Wow, someone bought the low profile one for $115. I mean, I know it's a very special use case of it, but I could have sworn there's better cards you could get for the same price. If they accept the best offer, it would have a line through it. Okay, got it. Good to know. Like this one. It even says best offer accepted. I have not had good luck with best offer on eBay. I put best offers in all the time, which isn't even a low ball. Like it'd be something for, I don't know, like $40. And I'm like, okay, I'll put best offer 35, which seems reasonable. Maybe not. Maybe $5 off of a $40 item is too much. But anyways, unless it's like $1 less or something, it seems like best offers, all my best offers get declined. Like, I don't know. I have not had good luck. I have not had luck with best offer stuff. It seems like they put that there and then they only are willing to take $1 or $2 off. Okay, so that has a line. 1050 Ti, 2-fan. Look at this one. 4 gig. This is from, I mean, it seems like a weird account to buy from, but it sold for $70. Here's one for 53 plus 9, so like $62 after delivery. Sold just yesterday. Wow, and then there's a big jump to January 7th. Wait. Why is there a random January listing in here? Parts only. Okay. Here's another one from February 5th. Almost $73 after delivery. Here's one it went for 70. Yeah, if you include delivery. It's not free shipping. Best offer works when there's like 10 available from the same seller. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I think the stuff that I was typically buying was not like that. You could likely get a 1050 Ti or a 570 for like $30 if you look hard in your used market. eBay is always the worst prices. Or I shouldn't say always. Most of the time, the worst prices. But you can definitely find these cards for like $40 or less if you just are consistent about it and, you know, are looking. All right, we are 2 hours and 10 minutes into the stream. I gotta go eat dinner because I am hungry. That's why I'm snacking on these loud corn nuts in your guys' ears. Sorry about that. But we can hang out for the next 5 to 10 minutes and just chill. There will be a video this weekend. It's a longer video. Building a PC with a beginner person. That should be fun. And then, let's see. I'm waiting on parts for my build update so I could use the B580 in my personal build. I need a case and cooler. So, waiting for that. And then that will be a video as well. The video with the 5080 is probably not going to be for a while because whenever me and my friend get together to work on it, but he's waiting for his 9800 X3D, so that might be a while. AliExpress has 5700 8 gigabytes for like $80 from Soyo, I believe. That's a pretty solid price. You don't have to deal with, like, you know, driving to the seller. So you said RX 5700 from Soil. 5700s. Wait. This seems way too cheap. Buying it. This doesn't look legit. This is way cheaper than what. Because 5700 you can you could change the BIOS to the 5700 XT versions and pretty much get the same performance, right? What are these? Look at this. Is this a scam? This looks way too cheap. For 5700 XTs go for like over $100 in the US. First of all, look at all these listings. Something seems off here. There are a ton of new scam listings recently on AliExpress. Very annoying. Look at this. This is like the whole... How many pages of this is there? What is going on? Like, where's the actual listings? Maybe I gotta put a minimum price. I'll put $70. What happened to all the AliExpress 70s? You have to keep an eye on them. It came back in stock for, I thought, 150 or 160, like, in and out. But yeah, 5700 XTDs, for whatever reason, all of a sudden, like, a lot of the listings prices went up. I was able to get it for 150 plus coupons down to 130, like in the recent video showed. And that was like in December, I think. November or December. So not even like a month or two ago. But 5700 XTDs have seen a price increase. What you need to do is keep an eye on the cheapest ones, because I have seen them come back for 150. I think you can find the listing for 150, but it says sold out right now. But yeah, this seems like a scam. I don't think 5700s are going for $80. What the heck? Unless these... What if this wasn't a scam? What if this was like an X minor? Yeah, wait, even the price. Why would they not charge more for a 5700 XT? The mining BIOS on them, that's fine. If there's a mining BIOS, you can just reflash it. If you have, I guess like a graphics card or like a motherboard and CPU with integrated graphics and all that stuff. I guess for a brand new builder, if this has a mining BIOS on it, it might be more of a pain to try to reflash it. But if you have spare hardware in hand, shouldn't be too bad. Lease return? You think so? Look at this. 100,000 items sold. Let me look at this store. This seems sketchy, but it intrigues me. Okay, this is totally a scam. What the hell? Yes, RTX 3060s going for $100. 4060s going for $100. This is totally a scam. If anything, a new card like a 4060 being listed for this is like a... There was already a lot of red flags, right? This is the reddest of flags. Okay, but can I find a legit one that's not from this fake seller? Oh my gosh. So yeah, to whoever said the 5700s were going for $80, I don't know if that is legitimate, unless TikTok Shop doing the same thing. I saw 4090 for like $50. Yeah, don't fall for that. 7600 X3D at $333, worth it. No, how much were those going for at Micro Center? Also, why is it a Micro Center exclusive? Oh wait, I thought they were cheaper than... If they were $299, that's pretty much it plus tax. That's the going price for it. And it's not available here. Combo deal only? Huh. $7600 XDD with a B650 board and RAM probably. No, is this just motherboard and CPU, no RAM? I don't know, man. I don't know if I would buy. I don't know if I would pair it with that motherboard if that's what's bringing the price up from 300 to 5. That's 240 bucks for the motherboard. Best Buy Delaware. Where are we looking for at Best Buy Delaware? Actually, no. I gotta get out the browser. We gotta end the stream soon. Is there anything else that I wanted to talk about at all? $150 on eBay for a 5700 XT. Yeah, I got pretty lucky buying mine in my local market for what, $120, but $150 is about the going rate. Didn't the US halt shippings from? Whoa, I didn't hear this. I just got a AliExpress shipping recently. This was like a couple of days ago, but I don't know if anything happened after that. I already had this case before, but this is the P60. I bought another one because I sold the other one that I had, the white one. I sold that PC to my my stepbrother. So, but I like to collect PC cases with handles, so I needed to buy another one. And this one, I got one for... It was on sale for like 26 bucks or something. I need to look at the invoice for it. So I bought two because it was on sale. For a crazy ridiculous price, and then I added coupons on top of that. But I mean, I just ordered the other night. What day was that? Today's Wednesday. Monday night, I ordered 3 Ryzen CPUs from AliExpress. So I really hope that they did not halt shipping from them. Wait, yeah, they did it. They did today or last night. Lucky it was already here. Ollie's among what they're. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, we can't end the stream yet. Whoa, whoa, whoa. USPS has suspended inbound parcel service from China and Hong Kong. Both Taobao and AliExpress has their own logistics. Yeah, the stuff that I get. It's not coming through USPS. It's coming from, what the heck is this thing? Let's see. Well, this is coming from California. This one came in from California. Actually, there's multiple labels on this thing. But the last one coming to me, T-Mall World in San Gabriel, California. But this is a bit worrisome. This isn't going to affect Bamboo. Oh, this is Bamboo Lab. Okay, I need to look more into this. February 5th. And so it begins. No more AliExpress for a while in the US. Suspension of inbound parcels from... Yeah, but this is just USPS. Most of the stuff I get from AliExpress is not coming with the USPS label. It comes... I don't even know what... what delivery service they use. I thought it was lifted today. Well... This was just posted 1 day ago, so that'd be crazy if they just lifted it after a single day. So temporarily suspend only international package acceptance of inbound parcels from China and Hong Kong Post until further notice. Huh. So it went effective February 4th and then got repealed or stopped February 5th? Like 1 day? I think they currently reversed it. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything about it being reversed. Has anyone's US orders been stuck And this is from the AliExpress subreddit. After the 4 Feb tariffs, I just had something past customs overnight. Things haven't changed yet. Huh. Well, that kind of sucks. AliExpress is such a good place to save money on a handful of items. Not everything. Amazon's already pretty good. But AliExpress, especially for Ryzen CPUs at the kind of more entry level to mid-range, their prices are kind of unbeatable. 7500F. So the ones I ordered a 7400F because I was curious what that's like. And then I picked up a 5600 again, and then I think the 30. I forgot what the last one was, but I picked up 3 Ryzen CPUs from AliExpress just the other day. So hopefully that does not get halted at any point. Look up the New York Times to have an article. Okay, I'll pull that up afterwards. We're going over on time here, but that was just a topic that I had to look into a little bit before we ended the stream. Yeah, I think a lot of us here are fans of AliExpress, so. Looking on AliExpress from legit sellers, the 5700 XT are okay. So it's more expensive, though. Are those used or new cards? How would they even have their hands on new cards? But maybe sometimes they extract the chip and they put it on a new board with new memory and stuff like that. But it's still technically considered used. But for all intents and purposes, the rest of the PCB and the fans and stuff are new, which I would imagine, unless you're worried about like any damage from overclocking or like overvolting or something like that, they're new. Big country. Wait, what did you say? Did I miss something? You said my mother-in-law was the postmaster. Trust me on this one. Did you say something previously that I missed? Big country, big country. Trust you on what? Trust you on what? I don't know what I need to trust you on, big country. Hey Danny, would you consider the 7600 XT worth it for budget, considering the stuff around? How much? Those are like what, 290 right now? 7600 XTs. Those are, oh nope, not 290, 3 something. I would rather get a 6700 or 6750 XT for less money. I've seen those in my local, but you have to get it used. New, so you're talking about like a $300 to $320 graphics card, brand new. What options do you have there? It's either the 4060 or 7600 XT, right? Oh, no, there's the Intel Arc cards. Well, you can't really get the B580. It's out of stock right now. And there's the overhead. Yeah, I would just say save yourself some money, get a 6700 or 6750 XT. That's what I would think. Well, yeah, B580 is a thing if you can get it in stock. But again, depends. They're saying budget. What if they have an older CPU and they lose out in performance because, you know, they're pairing it with like 5600, you'll take some losses, but not. I think it's personally fine, like I said in the video. But some people might not even be happy with any losses at all from the overhead stuff. So I don't know. I've just always been a fan of the 6700 XT. Kind of killer value for under 300 bucks. A 7700 XT, those are like 400 something though, right? When people ask, I generally try to not recommend things that are higher. Yeah, so 7700 XT is $80 more if you could swing it. But then for $400, what else can you get? You can get a 3080 used. What else is there for $400? You can get a 6800 XT, maybe. I would have to look at eBay and stuff, but 6800 you should be able to get pretty comfortably, yeah. But 6800 XT might be pushing it just because it's so close to the 7800 XT. But yeah, if you have more to spend, sure, go for the newer, the better ones. But yeah, I would pick 6700 XT. I don't care about the 16 gigs of RAM. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make a difference on such a weak card like the 7600 XT. Do I think the GPU market will get better in 2 months? It's not that bad right now, except for the new NVIDIA cards. In 2 months, we're going to have the new AMD cards out. And that is probably going to cause more panic and people buying out older stuff if AMD doesn't come with the performance or if they don't come with the inventory. If it's a paper launch, and it's not readily available, people are gonna scramble looking for the whatever they can buy, and it's gonna affect like everything else in that same price range. So I don't think it's gonna be quote unquote better in 2 months, but we will potentially have more options. Whether or not they'll be in stock is another thing. That is to say, if you need a computer right now, I would not wait around for whatever the hell AMD is doing with their 9070 cards. I would just buy what you can afford right now. And if it comes out and it's slightly better performance per dollar, okay. I don't think that's the end of the world to get your PC like a month and a half ahead of time and to be able to fully enjoy it and to get a card that is... I don't think AMD is going to knock it out of the ballpark, to be honest, with the performance and price. It's going to line up... If it's like a $400 or $500 card, it's going to be maybe a little bit better than the existing option for $400 or $500 cards. They're not going to come out of nowhere with like 30, 40, 50% performance gains and basically make their existing 7700 XTs and 7800 XTs like obsolete stock. So I wouldn't be too worried about that. Like having buyer's remorse or regrets and stuff like that, I don't think that is an issue given the climate of graphics card releases we've had in the last couple of generations. Yes, they are out of the high-end market. So whatever they're going to release is going to be... They didn't even put a price cap on it, right? They just said they're not in the high-end market. But what does that mean? That just means they're not going to make $1,000 graphics cards anymore, but are they still going to make $600, $700 cards? Did they clearly say? I don't remember. Even sub $900, two months ago, we were seeing the 7900 XTX for sub $900. So people are thinking, wait, did they say officially? Or is this just people speculating? I don't remember exactly the details. Is the 9070 XT gonna be better than the 7900 XTX? From memory, I thought it wasn't going to be better. I thought the 7900 XTX is still going to be the better card. Which means that it would have to be for sure under $900 because that's around what the 7900 XTX is going for now. But if it's worse in performance, yeah. Does the 1650 Super need external power? I think it depends on the model, but I'm trying to think if I'm confusing it. Were there any 1650 Supers that did not require external power? The one that I have does require it. It depends on the specific card, but I don't even remember if a 1650 Super had a non 6 or 8 pin model. They do need external power. Do all of them, or do they make both versions? Ones that need it and one that don't. All right, oh yeah, just go with the 1650 if you need for sure. I got a 5080, Alex. I got the MSI Gaming OC 5080. Where'd the box go? I need to still have the box. I cannot lose my buddy's box. Oh, it didn't come with a sleeve. Yeah, it was this one right here. But I failed and did not have a sufficient power supply. Or I did have a sufficient power supply, but because the freaking IQ Link system needs one of the PCIe connectors, the pump and fans won't run, and I can't run the system with the CPU burning up. So I failed. I needed a power supply with 4 8-pin PCIe connectors. Hey Danny, I found a guy selling an RTX 4070 6X for $300, and I wanted to know if I should sell it and snag. So you're trying to flip it, or do you have the 4070? Know if I should sell it, and I found a guy selling it for $300. So you're thinking about buying it and wondering if you should sell it to snag a 5070 or something else. First of all, 300 that seems like kind of suspiciously low for a 4070. That sounds like you want to make sure that's a working card and you're not going to send him money online ahead of time and stuff like that. Like, physically go and buy the card and make sure it works. And then you'll have yourself a 4070 that, even if you wanted to, you probably couldn't get a 5070 on release. So you could just use the 4070 up until you can get one and probably still easily sell it for over $300. How many watts does the 5080 pull? Depending on the model, like 380 to 400 plus, I guess. It's not mine. the 5080 is not my card. So, the channel is still nerd on a budget, but you could be, having a budget, you could have a $2,000 budget to build a PC if you want. Being on a budget just means, like, setting a budget and allocating to the different, like, parts that you need and remaining within the budget. It means if you set out with a $2,000 budget, you're not gonna all of a sudden go out of budget just because you want something nice and shiny. You're staying on budget, not going off budget, right? Not nerd off of a budget. The budget can be whatever you want, you set it to, but the key is to be nerd on a budget. I broke that rule in the most recent video by like $5 because it was just too good. Wanted to ask if you still get the hype of building PCs. I still have fun building PCs. I'm never like, oh my god, I hate this. This is like the X number of PCs I've built. I still enjoy building it. Yeah, because it gives me an opportunity to play and test a bunch of different hardware. And if anything, though, more recently, I've enjoyed revisiting old hardware and seeing what they're still capable of. So every time I do like a 10-year-old graphics card revisit or like this CPU from 10 years ago, I like doing that and playing 2024, 2025 games because that's really interesting. But still, building PCs, I still enjoy a lot. I mean, I've been building PCs for my first PC build, like with my own money, that wasn't like a laptop or my family PC, was 2009. So what, 16 years? I'm still enjoying it. I am literally holding it for a friend. Literally. I offered to buy it because I had the opportunity to. I cannot afford, okay, I can afford it, but that would be a poor financial decision for me to spend over $1,000 on a graphics card. I don't need it. Yeah, this is a good point. The $40-70 or not the 4070 at $300 will be better FPS per dollar than any 5070 you're gonna find. So why not just buy it and keep it for, like, you know, it's a very capable card, and just enjoy it. Don't buy something about buying and instantly flipping. To me, it's not scalping, but there's something grimy feeling about it. It'd be one thing to, like, buy the card and then build a system and sell a whole system, because then you're putting in your own effort to, like, you know, and your expertise, whatever, to, like, sell the system. But to buy the card and to instantly flip it, it's not illegal. There's nothing wrong with doing that, but you're not even adding anything to it. At least if you're flipping to, like, a PC build, you took the time to, like, gather individual components, then you assembled it, then you made sure it worked, and then you sold it to someone who paid for your time to put together a system because they don't know how to build a PC themselves. But to, like, just buy it and just instantly flip because it was a good deal. Again, nothing wrong with it, but something that rubs me the wrong way for some reason. You have a 1060, so you're saying you're not... Yeah, so if that's the case, just buy it for $300 and use it. It is worlds better than your 1060, and you're likely not going to be able to find a 5070 for a while if it's even a remotely good card. So, yeah, $300, no-brainer. Pick it up, and then start enjoying it. Oh, did I miss Big Country's thing? Last thing before we go. Big Country, what did your postmaster mother say? I missed it earlier. It does seem low. RTX 4070, regardless of the model, for $300, sus radar is going off. All companies like Amazon and UPS, USPS. So if USPS says no, they all have to stop. But people were saying it already got canceled or repealed or whatever. The AliExpress or whatever banned imports from China. I don't know. I need to look into the story more. Maybe we can talk about it more next week, depending on what the heck is going on. But all I know is that I ordered 3 CPUs, and AliExpress typically for something like a CPU takes about a week and a half to come in. So it is definitely probably hasn't even left China yet, or wherever the heck these are being sourced from. So this news might affect me, and we will see. But, alright, that's going to wrap it up for this stream, though. Thank you, everyone, for attending and hanging out and chatting. Sorry I let you guys down with being unprepared for being able to power on the 5080. But I'll let you guys know next week. If I still have the card next week, I think I might, unless my buddy comes and picks it up, then I could show it off then. But until then, yeah, hope you guys have a good rest of your night, have a good rest of the week, and have a good weekend coming up. There should be like a 30 to 40 minute video dropping this weekend. Again, it's just like a PC build video with a family member. And yeah, we will go from there. So take it easy, everyone. Stay safe out there. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.